and gentlemen, Dimitri here. Today's video we're going to be going over hammers, cheap to expensive. So one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because for a lot of people who are, DIYers, or a lot of guys that are just getting into carpentry, if you're looking for a specific hammer and you see all these videos of $350 to $400 hammers, and you're just kind of like tossed up, don't know exactly what to get. This video would have really helped me, so that's why I'm making it, just give some input. Now that I have some experience with all of these hammers. So first things first, let's go over extremely budget hammers. They're going to resemble something like this. This right here is an HDX. This is like a Home Depot brand. This is pretty much what you're going to see on like your Amazon or your local Home Depot, probably $15, $20 hammer, maybe even less. This is a 16-ounce fiberglass handle hammer. So we're going to be putting this head to head with this guy. This right here is an Estwing hammer. This is probably like a 22-ounce or something along those lines. This hammer is older than I am. My dad's been doing construction since he was probably even younger than me. Right now I am 24. This hammer is probably 26 to 27 years old. He had a business back in early 2000s, and these are the hammers that he was using. These things are Estwing hammers. These things are a staple in the construction community. I'm pretty sure if you're around the trades, you see these things all the time. And if you have anybody who is in the trades, you'll probably have one of these in your garage laying around somewhere, because everybody has these hammers pretty much. As you can see, it has a straighter claw. All steel construction, steel handle, not a fiberglass like this one. As you can see, the steel runs through and then it's wrapped with a grip. So this is like the middle of the road, but it's really not, because this hammer is probably like $30 to $40 now, depending on where you get it. So yeah, not a bad hammer. This thing will last you a lifetime. I mean, clearly this thing is older than me. Just want to put that out there. And last but not least, we have the expensive hammers, the hammers that are up on the expensive end. This right here is my daily driver. This right here is my Stiletto TiBone 15, TiBone 3. So I am from the Boston area. I go to the JCL Live that's hosted every single year in Rhode Island. Every time I go there, I like to, pick up a tool, because usually they'll have, the trade show deals where it's a discounted price only at those trade shows. So that's why I like to get them while I'm there. I believe I picked this thing up for about $200. So not crazy. I think they're like $275, close to $300 normally. So I think I got a pretty good deal on this one, getting it at the show. This right here is the 15-ounce. What makes these hammers so special is that they are all titanium. So this hammer is titanium from, I don't know if you can see this little seam right here, from here back down through the handle, and the shank underneath this is all titanium. Titanium is lighter than steel. It absorbs more shock and more energy than steel, more vibration. And supposedly, this could be all marketing mumbo jumbo, but it makes the hammer lighter and gives you the same striking force as you would a steel hammer. And then the Stiletto has a steel striking face here, just lasts longer, and you don't destroy the hammer face over time. And that gets bolted on through the back here. So really cool $200 hammer. We're going to be going back and forth, driving some nails with these hammers, just seeing which ones feel better, give you my personal opinions. Now obviously this is my daily driver, so I'm going to try to make this as unbiased as possible, but let's go hammer some nails. All right, so this is my current apparatus. I'm going to just take a 2x4 and screw one into this log here. Make sure that you guys have a good view of this. Just picked up this guy. If you guys are interested in any kind of impact driver, any kind of tool review, make sure you leave it in the comment section below. This is going to be the very first video that I post on this channel. I do plan to make a bunch of tool videos, whether that's, impact drivers, power tools, whether that's tool belt systems, whether that's tool storage systems like this pack out. I do plan to make a bunch of videos about all this stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you leave it in the comment section below. If you guys are enjoying this video, you like these kinds of videos, you want to see more, make sure you get subscribed. This is going to be a brand new channel, so it would be much appreciated. You know, and it would just, you know, show me that you guys want to see more. So with that being said, let's go ahead, drive some nails. And yes, I am a DeWalt fan. If you guys are Milwaukee guys or Makita guys or Ryobi guys, whatever. We all do the same thing every day, we just use different tools. So let's not get too butthurt. I am a DeWalt guy. All right, so 2x4. We're gonna be using, I don't have like a box of nails that I can use for this. I just have paper collated nails from my nailer. Not the best for this kind of thing, but we're just gonna drive 3 of them. These are like your average 131 or 130 nails, 3 1/4 long. Smooth shank, galvanized. We're just gonna take these and just see how this hammer performs nailing into this piece of wood. Right off the bat, it works. I'm not going to say it doesn't work, but it just feels a little oddly weighted. It feels like very front heavy. You see how big that is? It just feels a little front heavy. Yeah, it definitely feels odd. The hammer does have some like decent weight to it, which is nice. But definitely odd. Definitely odd. Now I left this one up because I just want to see how well they'll remove the nails now. This one I was able to get out pretty nice. This is where a trusty dusty nail puller or cat's paw comes into play, because you just simply yank that nail out, get the claw on there, yank that nail out. So nail puller definitely works. It's a claw or curve claw, so it should theoretically pull nails out good. So if I could give you an honest review from my perspective of nailing 3-4 nails with this, would be don't buy this hammer. If you plan to do any kind of serious carpentry, just don't do it. So it feels weird. The handle is really short for it to be, you know, a 16-ounce hammer. Let's go ahead, swap over to the Estwing, see how that does. Pound 3 nails just like we did here. Now I have a lot more experience behind the Estwing than I do this guy. I found this in the basement somewhere. So right here is an Estwing, probably 24 ounce or 28 ounce if I were to guess. These are more of like demo hammers, but as you can see, that swings a lot nicer and drove that nail in pretty damn good. You know, the handle is a normal size, swings nice, works well. Let's test out this claw. Like I said, I definitely have more experience behind this hammer than the other one, so that would make sense. Definitely have more leverage because it's a longer handle as well. That generates a lot more leverage pulling nails. It's definitely viable. A lot of times when I'm doing demo, I'll actually pick this hammer up over my stiletto, just because, you know, titanium isn't really as hard as steel, so I don't like to, you know, damage my stiletto too much doing some crazy demo. If I'm smashing up a granite countertop, I'm probably grabbing this over a stiletto just because of the sheer price point of it. You know, I don't like to do that. I don't like to treat expensive tools, you know, I don't like to give them grace if I don't have to, because, you know, they're so expensive, they should hold up and last a lifetime like these do, because these are inexpensive and still last a lifetime. So that is the Estwing. I really enjoy the way that that swings. Definitely swings nicer than that 16-ounce fiberglass handle. I don't know if we can just give you a quick comparison of the handle lengths. I don't know if you're gonna really be able to see that, but we're about 3 inches to 4 inches longer on the Estwing, which I enjoy. Next up, my tried and true, my daily driver, the Stiletto. And just in terms of the overall balancing of the hammers, Estwing, definitely top heavy, but feels nice. You know, you feel like you have like a nice strong swing with it. The HDX, extremely top heavy, feels really weird swinging it because it's such a heavy hammer. This hammer is an ounce heavier than this one, but as you can see here, the handle is about 5 inches shorter, and all the weight's in the head versus, you know, evenly dispersed throughout the hammer. So this one feels extremely balanced right off the bat. A couple of features that separate the Stiletto from the rest. So first things first, we have a nail starter on the Stiletto, which is a little magnetic top that you push your nail in, and it'll hold it like that so you can start the nail hands-free. Same thing, if I didn't really like have a hand that I could start, boom, boom, boom. Boom. So, obviously I use this hammer quite often, so I felt pretty at home driving those nails. Now, another secret weapon that this hammer has, this right here is a side nail puller. So I don't have to rely on the claw to pull nails with the head sticking up. I can use this right here, which gives me a lot more leverage, and I'll demonstrate that now. So instead of having to hold this and wail on this thing to get the nail up, I just slide my nail puller over it. Just see how easy that was? Just yanks it right up. Now, if the nail is set too deep, that's obviously not going to work, but that is where I would use my cat's paw. Nail that on there. Yank the nail out a little bit. Swap over to my side nail puller. It actually has a self-ejecting feature. Stiletto. Good job with that nail puller. I really enjoy it. Boom. Right off the bat, like zero vibration in the hand with this hammer driving nails compared to this guy, which you definitely feel in your hand. Another selling point of titanium hammers. Let me explain. Titanium hammers, like I was talking in the beginning, they have that natural ability to absorb vibration. So when you're hand driving these nails, you really don't get much feedback in your hand, which is really nice. You just really don't get much, nowhere near the steel, which is really nice. The fiberglass actually does pretty well. It's pretty dead in the hand. It's just that, you know, you run the risk of this breaking on you in the future because it's only fiberglass, and the same with wood handles. But as you can see, you can hear that like snap because of how firm that nail is biting into the wood, and this just overpowers it with leverage and just yanks it right up, which is sweet. It's one of my favorite features of this hammer in particular. That side nail puller is one of the best in the game. It's just amazing. Another really cool feature of this hammer is this little cutout right here. See this cutout? This allows me to use my cat's paw and increase my leverage with it. Let's say, for instance, I can't use my side puller. What I can do is hook this guy on here, use that little hole to go over the cat's paw and give myself some added leverage to pull that nail out. Boom. Boom. So there's no denying that they all will drive a nail. They absolutely will. It's just, you know, how easy and how efficient does it do it? How easy am I going to be able to take out a nail if I screw this up and have to yank on a 16-ounce hammer with a 10-inch handle versus a 24-ounce hammer with probably a 16-inch handle, or a stiletto titanium hammer with a 16-inch handle. So really all comes down to that. Do I want a side puller to easily remove nails? Do I want that vibration dampening that the stiletto offers? It really all comes down to personal preference. Do I think as a starting carpenter, if you're an apprentice and you need to go buy your first hammer, am I going to recommend you get this hammer? Absolutely not. Throw that in the trash. I would absolutely recommend an Estwing for your first hammer. But if you want a tool that you want to invest in, it's going to last you a lifetime, that you know, have multiple features that will help you in a lot of different situations and make you more efficient, absolutely. Is it a little bit more expensive? And by a little bit, I mean $150 more expensive? Yes, but you have to just weigh your options. Get what feels right. Get what feels right. All right, that's gonna wrap up the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Ciao, hope this helped.